everyone! Today we are filming a double date get ready with me video. Dakota and I are going on a double date with Bailey and Asa. PSA to a couple of things in this video. Number one, this is not a hickey, it's a rash, okay? Everyone who's wondering, it's like all over me. Number two, Dakota did just get stitches on his thumbs. He's gonna be using big white finger to get ready this morning.
This is gonna be the first time I've gotten ready with the thumb, so it's gonna be kind of hard.
We'll see how it goes. Okay, first things first, I'm in my pajamas. We obviously have to get semi-decent. My hair is literally a nightmare. My face is not done, obviously. So we're gonna get ready. This was courtesy of Bailey and Asa. They dropped off Starbucks this morning, so shout out to them. Also, everyone, do not make fun
They're hating on
our blinds. Moving does not always mean that you have everything all at the same time. And we don't have blinds right now, so we have a fitted sheet.
I got a question. You can do my hair today.
Oh, I can.
I don't think I can do it.
Okay, I can do it.
Alright, so getting ready for our date. Typically the first thing I do is get my clothes on, then I'll fix my hair, that way it doesn't like kind of mess with the hair, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna change real quick, here we go, boom, just like that. Just gonna wear a sweater today because it's really cold outside. I'm gonna wear a sweater, let's fix my hair. Of course I'm using Heritage Stronger Hold Hairspray, I love this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys the story of when Bailey and I first met, because today is our 7-year anniversary of when we met. We met back in 2016 on January 30th. I was a single 15-year-old boy and hanging out at my grandparents' house with my cousins. If you're not sure, if you've never heard of this, my cousins are the Duck Dynasty family. They were on reality TV for a couple years, and I was just kind of always around. Like, all of my family lives in a very close neighborhood, so I was around hanging out with my cousins. And that day, we were just laying on the couch, and my grandma came in the room and said, "Hey, wanna go get some lunch? Wanna go get pizza?" We're meeting some really cute YouTube girls there, and I'm like, "Oh, yes, please."
This is actually the craziest part of my whole entire routine, is when I do my foundation and it literally just looks like this. It all started in 2016 when me and my family randomly drove to Louisiana because we had a mutual friend who decided our families should meet. They thought we'd be friends, we had a lot of stuff in common, and they just said, "You guys need to meet." And so we literally drove down. I've never met these people in my life, and they set up like a little pizza party when we get there so that we can all like eat pizza and get to know each other, basically. So we show up at this like pizza place, and that's where I see Asa for the very first time. I literally like vividly remember pulling up to this like random pizza place and walking in, and there being a ton of people there, and there were like 3 guys in a corner. One of them was wearing like a beanie, one of them had shaggy like Justin Bieber-y hair, and they were all sitting together like looking so cool, and one of them was Asa.
I just had like a super ugly outfit on. I had like white jeans or something. It was like horrible. And we got there, and it was me, my cousin Will, and our friend Cameron. Walked in the room. Bailey's entire family was there already waiting for us at the tables in the pizza restaurant, and it was like so awkward. Literally just like walked in the room. I didn't know who they were. Never heard of them before. My sister and some of my cousins had watched their videos before. For me, it was like, okay, hey. I just walked in the room, we said hi. Then all of a sudden my sister and girl cousins came in and just totally started screaming their heads off when they saw Brooklyn and Bailey. And I was like, what the heck? Like, did I miss something? Who is this?
Basically, I ended up just hanging out at this pizza place for a little while with all of my friends that I had just met, and I just kind of ignored the boys, which would have Asa. And quite frankly, the whole day's a blur. Like, do I remember what happened after that? No. I know we were at that pizza place. I know that we all clicked and like we were having a lot of fun with this new family that we just met. And then I think we just kind of like dispersed and went our own ways for the day. Then either that night or the next day is when we hung out a little bit more.
By the way, I always take off my glasses to do hairspray. That's a pro tip, because otherwise you'll get little like grainy dots on your glasses. So let's just give some of that. Instantly, when I met Bailey, I just noticed she had the most incredible, like bubbly personality. It was so cute. She was like just so friendly and easy to talk to. And I'd never really experienced that with a girl. Someone that was so magnetic and easy to talk to and cute. And I was like, dang girl. And like instantly decided I had a crush on her.
We ended up going to their farm and like eating their llamas and like, because they had llamas. I'm not telling this story well because my memory's not like, the memory's not jogging. But basically we hung out at this farm and I got our very first picture together. I'm standing at the edge and then Ace is like 3 people in standing next to Brooklyn. And I just think that's so crazy. Like I look at that picture and I'm literally like, I had no idea that my husband was right there. None. That's so crazy. Anyway, long story short, we were at this farm, we took our first picture together. We were all hanging out just as friends. Like even later that night we were hanging out as friends, but Asa didn't see it as just friends. He was like flirting up a storm the entire time. Like, and at one point I know he tried to like pull me outside and like get me to ride on a golf cart with him. You know, the typical like middle school 16-year-old flirtations of like, oh, come ride this golf cart with me and come flirt with me, and all this stuff was happening. I can't remember the order of things because I don't have a good memory like that, but I know at one point we had a dinner together where he was sitting by himself at a dinner table with like a guitar, and I felt bad that he was by himself, and so I just took up my plate of food and walked over to his table and sat down, and I was like, hey, like chit-chatting with him, and he says that was the moment he knew. He was like, she sat down at my table, I'm gonna date this girl.
I was really awkward when I was 15. I didn't really know how to talk to people in general. So at dinner, instead of hanging out with everyone, I just like went inside, grabbed a guitar, and like sat at a table alone and like played a guitar. And maybe it was intentional to like attract her attention. I don't know. Sure enough, Bailey comes strolling over to my table, comes and sits with me, and starts chatting with me while I'm playing guitar. And I'm like, oh yeah, like she totally likes me back. In reality, I think she was just being nice because she's genuinely like a really nice person. I misread that situation entirely. Yikes.
We ended up going to church together that weekend. We grew up with like going to different churches, so it was definitely like a change for me. I didn't know what the like practices were that they did there, and whenever we attended the church, Asa happened to sit right next to me on the pew at the church.
This morning we went to church. All of our families went to church, and like I literally like went to bed dreaming about Bailey. Like could not get her out of my head, thinking about her all night long. Like could not fall asleep because I was just so excited. Thought she was the cutest girl in the world. So we went to church the next day, and Bailey did not want to sit by me. I didn't know this. I genuinely thought the whole time she had a crush on me, and apparently that wasn't the case, but I was blind to that. I didn't see it. I saw what I wanted to see, and we went to church, and she tried to sit as far away from me as possible. Well, what did I do? I managed to sit right beside her.
At this point, I remember being like, bro, this guy's gotta leave me alone. I am just not at all interested. What the heck? And so I just kept scooting closer and closer to Brooklyn, like get me away from him. And he was not getting the signal because he just kept scooting closer and closer to me. Like every time I scooted away, he would just scoot closer.
At the end of church, I basically told her, hey, like we usually hold hands when we pray. And she's like, oh, okay. And so I reached out my hand, held her hand, and in the middle of the prayer, she looks up and no one else is holding hands.
This kid, nobody else is holding hands, just me and Asa. This guy tricked me into holding his hand. I was furious. 16-year-old me was like, excuse me? I yanked my hand away from him so fast, like tucked it under my leg, sat on my hand, scooted as far away from him as I possibly could get, and was like glaring at him the rest of the day. The drama. 16-year-old me was a bit dramatic. I gotta give Asa credit though, because the holding hands trick really did work. It caught my interest enough, and I had a crush on somebody else. Like I was not looking for somebody in my life, and the holding hands thing really got me. So the next day, because remember this whole thing is like a weekend of events with this family, but one of the days we went to like this formal restaurant together, and I finally was like interested enough pretty cute. He's nice, he's funny. I might as well get his phone number so I can just like text him for fun, you know? So I had the guts to ask him for his phone number.
And guess what? She asked me for my number. Come on. That is a success. She might say she didn't like it, but I'm telling you, it worked. Confidence works.
But basically after that, I texted him, he texted me, we mutually texted back and forth for a year until I realized, I kind of like this guy, and we started dating. And since then, it's been history. We never took breaks, we never broke up, we did long distance for 2.5 years, and here we are. And there is documentation of literally every step of that whole process. Also gotta give Lash Next Door a shout out because y'all already know it's the best mascara. I was gonna tell my story. I thought I would tell a funny story about Dakota and I because I think that feels fitting since this is like a get ready with me video about the two of us. Starting with Dakota and I met originally on my 10 dates in 10 days video. Obviously like our original date got cut down quite a bit because the people I was with got in a plane crash and that, you know, was a really big deal, and so we had to cut our date off so that I could go be with them. But Dakota was absolutely so persistent about wanting to take me on a date. Like he would text me once every 2 weeks for months. I swear to you, it was months. He would pay for me to fly out to Utah. He would come fly out to me in Texas. He wanted to come do things. And at the time I was like, no, I'm not interested in boys. Like I'm not doing that. And then I decided to move to Utah to do esthetician school. And you know, Dakota caught wind that I was going out there and he lived out in Utah, and he probably was like, this is my opportunity. So he texted me and he was like, I will fly to Texas, I will move you, drive you, and move you back in Utah if you will just let me basically spend that time with you. And me, being resourceful, was like, I need someone strong to lift my furniture and I don't want to drive the 24 hours to Utah, so I was like, done. And I know some of you guys are gonna be like, that's so mean, poor Dakota. He was fine. I promise he was fine.
When the time came, I volunteered to go to Texas to help move because I figured that could get me down there to see her. It worked. Flew to Texas, and I was thinking I'd just like spend one-on-one time with Brooklyn, like the whole, I think it was like 18-hour drive, but no, I did not talk to her at all. I talked to her mom Mindy and Camry the whole way while Brooklyn slept, so I didn't really get to know her too well. So yeah, that was like the whole experience of driving and moving her.
He ended up moving me in, and you know, at that point I was like, all right, like he's like, all right, like I could like hang out with him some more. So the next week I drove down to where he lived and hung out with him. And you guys, he was so smitten with me. He asked me to be his girlfriend. Literally that week, it was like, it was like 2 or 3 weeks after he moved me. It was like not the right time, but he was just like, be my girlfriend. And I said no. And I made him wait till it was the right time.
I don't know why she said I asked her in 3 weeks. She asked me to be her boyfriend in 3 weeks. So it was all her, not me.
Before I kindly refresh Dakota's memory, you guys need to go subscribe to our channel so you can see more funny moments like this. All right, let's go see what actually happened.
Go in the other room.
That is such a lie.
She asked and I said, no, I need to give it some time.
That is a lie.
Okay, I did ask her to be my girlfriend. It was 3 weeks in, I asked her to be my girlfriend. She said no, and then a month and a half later, we made it official. So Brooklyn played hard to get. She definitely was hard, so I had to keep chasing.
Okay, I did my hair.
Real?
And I am gonna be totally honest with you, I'm gonna stay in my pajamas because I don't wanna change. And this is like a good enough outfit, I feel like. This is my full outfit, and I feel like it's good enough. Like it's a cute little set, you know? So I feel like it's cute enough to go out like for a casual date, right?
Yeah.
If I change my shoes.
Can I wear my pajamas?
No, you gotta change, sorry. This is not as cute of a set as mine. Sorry, hate to break it to you. Guys, I'm really liking this tripod. I can carry it around so easily, and it just like stands wherever I want it to. It's so nice. Wow. Okay, welcome to our closet. It's very big and also kind of messy, so sorry about that. This flannel and clean my teeth. Try that on. Dakota just did this. Apparently, I'm supposed to now dress him.
Yeah. Have a hurt finger.
All right, show the camera your outfit. What do we think?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not like the biggest fan now that it's on. I think I'm gonna switch out the flannel for something else. Okay, this is second choice and I really don't like that. So no jean jacket. Okay, final outfit. With black boots. You like it or no?
Yep.
Yeah?
This will work.
All right. We are headed to the first part of our double date, which is lunch. We are going to a local Mexican restaurant that Dakota and Asa went to the other day and said that their queso and food is delicious. So that is where we're headed right now. We're gonna meet Bailey and Asa there. Dakota is driving.
It is cold here. What the heck?
Yes, and before anyone asks, he is totally capable of driving with his thumb. Also, I did not force him to drive. He wanted to drive. So, okay, we beat Bailey and Asa. Now we're gonna take a good long look at the menu.
Oh, yeah.
See what we're gonna order. I'm gonna guess they're late by 10 minutes. Oh, you can't say the same thing
I
as me.
said 10 before you.
Okay, I'll say 8 minutes. So what time is it right now? 12:24.
12:25.
Okay. Let's see when they arrive.
24, and they said they'd be here at 12:25.
Let's see. Ta-da! Now I'm all ready for this date, and now I feel like I gotta go say hi to Asa, because after telling all those stories, and probably butchering the storytelling, by the way, because I feel like that was a very jumbled mess of storytelling, because that whole weekend was crazy, and it is all a blur. Every part of that is a blur. Let me go see if I can find him, so we can go say hi to Asa. The man, the myth, the legend. Here he is! There you are! I decided I'm getting a brisket tacos. Oh, that sounds delicious. And queso. Dakota is getting...
I don't know.
Oh.
So many things.
I thought he figured out his order. It's been 8 minutes and they're not here.
I think I'm gonna lose too.
Dakota said 10, so they've got 2 more minutes. And then we both lose the bet. We're off to the date night! Yay! Time to go on a double date, double date, double date. I feel like it's funny that we're so excited for this when we literally lived together for a year.
like every day.
We lived together for a year, like we shared a common space. It's been 10 minutes. I think we might be getting stood up.
Hey, on the bright side, we've had some dank queso.
I think we just got stood up. I think we're getting stood up.
Maybe it's a date for you and I.
Yeah. On the bright side, we freaking demolished that queso. Okay, we're here.
Dinner
Time to go in.
I'm so hungry.
Date. Hey, hey. What's up? What's up? We thought we were getting stood up. Asa told us 12:22 to 25.
No. 25 to 12:30.
It's 12:36. We took bets on who was gonna be right about how late you were, and both of us were wrong. What's up? Well, we demolished the queso. Sorry.
We ordered
Okay,
another
rude.
one.
That's actually so rude. All right, check it out. I mean, that looks freaking delicious. Bailey copied me. I did, and got my same meal. Asa's going
Quesadilla.
12-year-old style quesadilla.
Hey, quesadillas are-
Dakota's looks bigger than his face.
It is.
Time to devour. Okay, well, we were gonna go and extend this date, but now it's hailing on us. Like little teeny tiny hail pieces on the ground. Literally hailing, so I think we're
that's
gonna call
it
it
for today. Sorry, guys.
Goodbye, double date.
Bye.
Bye. Until next time.
See you literally in like 5 seconds, probably later.
All right, guys, as I'm getting currently hailed on, I will see y'all next week. Bye.